Why your Facebook ads suck. That's a spicy title, right? That probably got your attention, right? Well, you know what? If your ads aren't getting the results that you want, there's a couple of very specific reasons why. And first off, no, it's not your targeting. Unless your targeting is way off brand and it's targeting absolutely the wrong people, I 100% guarantee you it's not your targeting. Look, I'm going to tell you how to do targeting right now the proper way. Unless you're in the medical industry or there's some regulation in your industry that would prevent you from doing something like this, take your customer list, upload it to the Facebook ad manager, and build a lifetime value lookalike off of it, and then filter out by the people who have spent the most money with you. Your targeting's done. That's it. That's all you need to do. You could add a couple of layers if you want, if you're really worried about getting not specific enough, but you generally don't need to do that. That's it. But the reason that most people Facebook ads suck is they don't solve any particular problem. That's really it. And what I mean by that, let me break that down into three elements. I talk about this a lot: hook, story, offer. If you're not solving a problem, if you're not creating a good hook, if you're not telling a great story, if you're not promoting a great offer, that's the reason your Facebook ads stink, and you need to fix it or you're not going to make money. So let me tell you a bit about one of the highest converting ads that I've ever had. It was for an e-com store that I was a part of called BARC Pop. Now, it was an experiment. It was an e-com experiment, and this ad brought in leads at 40 cents a piece, maybe 44, 40 to 44. I can't remember exactly what, not the point. But this ad, I gave them a hook of, hey, are you tired of your dog keeping you up at night, or something along those lines? And I told them the story of, look, your dog doesn't mean to intrude upon your sleep schedule. Your dog doesn't mean to keep waking you up in the middle of the night and making you exhausted for work that you have to leave at 5 or 6 in the morning for. It's just that they don't know what else to do. And then I went in the story of, hey, I'm Andrew, and I've had a lot of dogs, and over the course of my life, I've discovered a few key secrets on how to teach them to stop barking, and I want to share it with you now. And then I gave them my offer to go click through and download that PDF by giving their name and email address. And the reason it works so well isn't because I'm just targeting the right dog owners, even though that's a very small part of it. I could just target Petco and this would probably still work to some degree. But the reason why I was so successful is I actually solved a problem with my ad copy, and I created a good hook. I developed a great story and a great offer. And that's what you need to understand. If you want to effectively create any form of ad, be it Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, you need to know the problems that your specific audience has. And then you need to be able to write to those issues. And then you also need to craft an offer and promote an offer that's going to be able to actually solve those issues and build a relationship with them. So every single ad that I've written that's done well has followed that formula. And there's a reason why, because it works. There's a lot of people who, for whatever reason, they've never run an ad before and they just try to wing it. They try to create something new. They want to be fresh. They want to be hip. And that's fine. But make sure you're following a proven formula first, because if you're not following a proven formula, your ads are likely to fail. You know, it's just like anything else. We model success. We want to model what works. We want to model winners. We don't want to just create something out of thin air because you have no idea if it's going to convert. Now, if you've got several ads running and you know that they're winners, if they're actually solving problems, it's okay to go on create interesting ads, if you will, that maybe follow a different formula, but they may or may not work, and realize that, and that's okay. So I'm sorry, it seems that my streaming, it's having some issues here, so I don't actually know if this is going out. I hope it is. But that's what I've got to say today. If your Facebook ads stink, that's why. So to fix that, look at the problems that your specific audience is facing. Understand exactly what it is that they're struggling with, and then actually create something that solves it, be it a PDF, a free introductory service, a free video, a training, a webinar, whatever. Some people call this a lead magnet. I do too, but just realize that whatever it is that you have, it's actually got to solve that problem. And if you can successfully solve that problem and convince other people via your copy and your creative that you can do so, your ad's going to win. That's all there is to it. Because at the end of the day, most forms of paid advertising, they're going to some form of lead magnet. You're not going to promote your full head-on service. You're not going to promote a full course, which is to cold ad. You're not going to promote a full service with an ad, unless it's something like HVAC or chiropractic or dental, where you've got an introductory offer like a consultation. You may consider that part of your full service, but then you can upsell the rest later. It's a bit of a different formula if you're working in some local markets, and that's all right. And we can talk about that another day. But guys, stop being so obsessed with targeting. Like, I see this in groups all the time. And I've gotten to the point where I just have to ignore it and move on because it almost bothers me, because your targeting is very rarely the number one issue. It's more about how do you solve that problem? And I'm going in circles here and I recognize that. So that's all I'm going to say for today, guys. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.